By the end of 2025, Lufthansa's fleet is going to look, well, nothing like anyone predicted. It's this wild mix of brand new jets flying alongside iconic giants that were supposed to be retired years ago. So today we're going to unpack the perfect storm of manufacturing delays and classic aviation iron that created this really fascinating situation.
So that brings us to the big question, right? Why are some of the oldest and biggest passenger jets in the world, we're talking these iconic four-engine giants, suddenly getting a second chance with Lufthansa? The answer, it turns out, tells us a ton about the challenges facing the entire airline industry today. Lufthansa's fleet in late 2025 is really a story of contradictions. I mean, you've got these shiny, new, super fuel-efficient jets flying right alongside the very four-engine giants they were designed to replace. It's this incredible mix that tells a story of big plans, unexpected problems, and, for us aviation fans, some very, very welcome surprises. To really see what's going on, we gotta look at the numbers. This is the official lineup for Lufthansa's main fleet. This is what's actually in the air, flying passengers around the world as we speak. Just look at this list for a second. Of course, you've got the workhorse A320s for short trips and the modern, efficient A350s and 787s, but here's the kicker. Look at this. 22 A340s, 27 Boeing 747s, and 8 Airbus A380s. That is a huge number of four-engine jets that, by all accounts, really shouldn't even be here anymore.
Let's just zero in on this number, 8. That's 8 Airbus A380 Super Jumbos. I mean, just a few years ago, everybody assumed this number would be 0. These giants were literally destined for the boneyard, but instead, they've become absolutely essential to Lufthansa's strategy. And that simple fact, well, it changes everything.
See, every major airline has a big fleet modernization plan. The goal is always the same: bring in newer, more fuel-efficient planes to replace the older, thirstier models. But Lufthansa's very carefully laid plan has hit some serious turbulence, and the problem isn't them. It's coming straight from the manufacturers. And this slide, right here, this sums up the whole story perfectly. The plan was so simple: get rid of the four-engine gas guzzlers. But the reality? Lufthansa is now forced to keep those very same planes flying. It's not a change of heart, it's a matter of pure necessity.
So what's the specific wrench in the works? Well, it's major delivery delays for two key next-generation jets, the big Airbus A350-1000 and the highly anticipated Boeing 777-9. These were supposed to be the new flagships of the long-haul fleet, but they're just not showing up on time.
So, with the new planes not showing up, Lufthansa can't just cancel flights. They need those seats in the air. The only solution? Keep the old guard flying. And just like that, these manufacturing delays have created a surprising and, for many of us, a very welcome second act for these legendary airplanes. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The leadership is being super direct about this. The CEO of Lufthansa, Carsten Spohr, has confirmed that the Airbus A340-600, one of the longest passenger planes ever built, is going to keep flying until at least the middle of 2026, long after it was supposed to be retired.
And for the A380, it's not just a reluctant extension. It's a full-on embrace. A spokesperson praised the plane, and they're even upgrading the cabins with new business-class seats. So when they say it'll be flying certainly into the next decade, they really mean it. This isn't just a temporary fix, it's a multi-year commitment.
Just to put that into perspective, let that sink in. The original plan was to have every single A380 retired and gone by 2026. Now we're talking about them flying into the 2030s. That is a massive reversal, and it's all thanks to the delays of the planes that were supposed to replace them.
But hey, make no mistake, this isn't a permanent situation. The future is still coming. It's just a little later than planned. Lufthansa has a massive order book for some of the most advanced jets you can buy.
So what's in the pipeline? We're talking dozens more of those whisper-quiet Airbus A350s, including the bigger 1000 model, more of the super-efficient Boeing 787 Dreamliners, and yeah, eventually, the massive Boeing 777-9. These are the twin-engine jets that will one day finally take the baton from the four-engine legends.
And Lufthansa is already looking forward. Here's a cool little detail. To mark its 100th anniversary in 2026, a brand new Boeing 787-9 is going to get a special paint job featuring the airline's historic crane symbol. It's just a perfect nod to a century of aviation history as they fly into the next one.
So the crucial point here is this. Lufthansa is in a really fascinating holding pattern. They're navigating these huge delivery delays by keeping their beloved, iconic, and yes, less efficient four-engine jets in the sky.
And what that does is create this truly unique and nostalgic fleet that we can all enjoy for a few more years.
And that leaves us with one last thought. Lufthansa is definitely not alone in facing these delays. As manufacturers struggle to keep up with demand across the entire industry, you have to wonder, could we be entering an unexpected extended golden age for these classic jets all around the world? Now that's a compelling question for the future of flying.